What's up, YouTube? You guys are wonderful. I hope you've been staying safe and healthy out here. This is an amino acid treatment. If you've never heard of it, it's basically just a treatment that is chemical free, and it is excellent for natural hair. Please, you guys, do first things first, and that's subscribe. If you could just smash that subscribe button and show your support. Been doing hair since 1981, so show your support. I'm gonna have all kind of content on my channel and about to take this channel up to a whole nother level. But right now we're gonna focus on this amino. I'm detangling. You can look at this video called How to Detangle that I just had up in the top left hand corner. If you go to that video on my channel, you can learn all kind of excellent information on detangling natural hair. Now you guys, she booked for a show your love, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. But you guys, she came in on a Friday at 4 p.m. Actually, not a Friday. It was a Wednesday at 4 p.m. She was my last client. She booked for an amino acid treatment, which you see she's getting. But she came in with box braids in her hair. Box braids that I had done on her probably 4 months ago or something like that. I'm just guesstimating. She came in because, as you can see by my braid refresh video that I just recently posted, I offer braid refresh. So she came in initially for her box braids, probably about 3-4 months ago. And she's in high school and about to graduate. So she came in and then got the initial box braids initially. And then she had something coming up for graduation. You know, they have a lot going on when you're about to graduate high school. So she came in and got the braid refresh. But when she came in, her braids looked very, very old. They look way older than they should have been for the time that they have been in there. They look way older than they should have. And the reason for that, because she's a swimmer. She swims all the time. And so, you know, most people when they have braids, they get in the water, they swim. And what happens is if you're getting in chlorinated water is not good for the hair anyway, because chlorinated water is chlorine. It's based on chlorine. It has chlorine in it. That's why it's called chlorinated water. And so chlorine, we know that's found in bleach. Like Clorox, the bleach that you use on your clothes, white clothes. Same thing. And so it kills all the germ in the water, the germs that's in the swimming pool. But it's also not good for the hair. So a lot of times during the summertime, moms will take their kids and their daughters swimming and they'll wonder why their hair is breaking off, you know, by the end of the summer. That's why. So don't get in the water and, you know, just be all in there like a fish without protecting your hair. Just don't do it, because you're going to regret it at the end of summer, because your hair is going to be breaking off. So anyway, she got in the water. She swims a lot. She's an athlete. So when she came in for the refresh, The braids were wet. Her own hair was poking out of the braids. So I was in a dilemma trying to figure out how can I make these braids look decent enough, because she had some graduation pictures to take for upcoming graduation and all of this other stuff that you have to do, preparing to graduate high school. So I'm like, well, I was saying to myself, I have to get her hair looking decent enough so that when she take pictures, so a refresh is not doing all the braids over. And so it was late in the afternoon when she came. And so what I did, of course, I took some of the braids down, but her hair was literally soaking wet. Like water was dripping on the floor. And her hair had a little kind of moldy smell to it, like mildewy. Because one thing about damp hair, no matter whether you have locks, braids, or whatever, if your hair, if you leave it wet and don't dry it, it can build up mold and the mildew odor. So that's why when doing locks, with my lock clients, you have to sit under the dryer until they completely dry. If you don't, they're going to build up odors. So what I did, I took some of the braids out. I refreshed some of them, mainly in the front. And then I turned it into like a boho look. So I added some curly crochet braid hair. Now, I really wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for her coming in, with her braids looking way older. And, but I made it do what it do. I worked it out. Luckily, thankfully, I had some crochet braid hair in my car. I had some. And so the curly crochet braid hair, turning it into that boho look, helped it, cover the rest of the braids. So it was beautiful. So I was just showing you in that comb that all this detangling I'm doing, and it's not pulling out her hair. So she came in on this day with the same braids in her hair that I had refreshed. She booked for an amino acid treatment. Didn't mention anything about the braids, so I thought she was coming in with the braids out. And on a Wednesday, I don't work real late on Wednesdays. So with her coming in at 4 for the amino, I probably would have been done at 6 or 6:30 at the latest. Probably 6:30, because you see how much detangling I'm having to do on her hair. So, sometimes customers will do that, don't do their due diligence and let me know, don't book for everything that they're getting. Don't mention it at all. And so, having to take out some box braids. And when she came in on this day right here that you see me doing her hair, we had literally just taken out those box braids, and they were soaking wet, like water dripping on the floor. So I'm thinking I'm going to be in and out in 2.5 hours on a Wednesday, which would have put me out by 6 or 6:30 p.m. I had promised my husband I would cook dinner, but ended up having to take out a head full of soaking wet box braids. And then you see this is the detangling process after taking those braids out. Because her hair type and any natural hair usually is going to get really tangly. And plus, like I said, she swims. So she's been swimming in the box braids, which is making her hair even more tangled. So basically what I detangle with is conditioner and water. That's it. So I take a spray bottle. I put some conditioner in there. It doesn't have to be a particular brand, just whatever conditioner that you use. It's going to cause the slippage that you need to help detangle the hair. And I really feel like, in all honesty, I feel like a lot of people who have natural hair, a lot of naturalistas, not really that well versed on detangling. And so that's why I have that whole video on there. Because sometimes people take braids out, weaves out, all kind of stuff out, and they don't do their due diligence to detangle that hair very well. You have to detangle the hair. If you don't detangle that hair and you end up wetting that hair before you detangle it, your hair is going to be kind of matted up. It's going to become locked up, hard as a rock, and you may have to cut your hair off. You may have to get it cut off. So that's why I have that whole video on there that I showed earlier. If you go to that video, you can see exactly how, I'm giving you great details and information on how you detangle. So I finally got her hair detangled. Thank you, Lord. It took me probably 45 minutes. No lie. Because it was very tangled. So now I'm about to use Carry Care hydrating shampoo. Whenever I've done a detangle to this extent, I make sure I do like a co-wash first, because you don't want to take all that great care to detangle the hair and then you get the client to the shampoo bowl and you tangle their hair up again. You get it tangled up again because you're not doing great care. So once I've detangled the hair, I put that head in the bowl, shampoo bowl. I do a co-wash first. So I'm just telling you what shampoos I'm using. This right here, Straight Request, is an old school product. I love their products. My favorite products are Carry Care and Straight Request. They've been around forever. Forever, ever, ever. Old school products. That Straight Request shampoo you just saw me using and showing you guys is excellent for helping to remove odors in the hair. And like I said, she had like a mildewy smell because she's been swimming in her braids and leaving them wet and going to bed with them wet. Because I'm sure she doesn't have a hair dryer at home, probably. The hair dryers that you sit under. So you have to take great care. Like when you detangle your hair and you get ready to shampoo it, if you don't take great care, you can end up tangling it back up. So this is an Influence product, coconut milk shampoo. I love their products as well. Smells just like coconut. So my whole thing is trying to add moisture to her hair, because if you add that moisture shampoo to the hair, any shampoo that has moisture, when you're doing that, you're stopping the hair from detangling. So I'm just showing you guys what I'm using. This is actually an Instagram live video. A lot of times on my Instagram lives, I'll be just talking, motivating people. And sometime I will do Instagram lives. I will do hair. So on this day, I was doing actually hair, as you can see. And she has tons of hair. She was way, 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 way overdue for a trim. She said she had been telling her mom that she needs a trim. So I recommend trims like every 4 months. If you just get a basic trim every 4 months, then you won't need a haircut. Some people wait way too long to get a trim, and then they need a haircut. But I don't cut anyone's hair without their permission. I don't cut, like if you book for a trim, or I tell you you need a trim, or whatever the case may be, and I see that you need more than a trim, I see that you need a cut instead, I'm not going to just cut your hair. I'm going to educate you. I'm going to show you what needs to be cut, and I'm going to get your permission. I'm not doing anything without your permission. Like all this stuff about clients telling me they was booked for a trim. The stylist was supposed to do a trim, but they ended up with a haircut. Like, I don't do that. I turn people to the mirror, especially new clients who have to build up their trust with me. I'm going to turn them to the mirror so they can see what I'm actually cutting, because some people have had, bad experiences in salons or with other stylists, and so they have trust issues, because especially when it comes to doing a trim. So you guys, thanks for watching. I know sometimes on YouTube, people may not watch the entire video. But anytime you hear me on here talking on a video, I'm definitely educating and giving you tips and pointers about your hair. So you guys, this was a whole process. I got the video, of course, a little sped up, but this was a process. And I was already tired before she came in. So when she came in with a head of box braids, I was shocked because she didn't mention it. She didn't book for, a braid takedown or anything like that. So I just, I ask clients, to please do your due diligence, which is when you book, whether it's online or whether you book through a text, make sure that you tell me everything that you're getting. Because hair appointments are all based on time. So if I would have had a client after her, that would have not worked out at all. So always be cognizant of the fact that you need to let me know everything that you're getting. You need to book for it, because I'm not going to know that you're walking in with braids or weave or, I know I'm probably the one that did it, but if it's been a long time and you still have them in your hair, I'm not going to even know that. I mean, how am I going to know that? So if you don't book for it, then I'm assuming you already took them out. So please book for everything that you're getting, because hair appointments are based on time. So if you're getting a braid takedown and a detangle, that's going to take another 2 hours or more that is going to add to the service. So thank you for that. So right here, I'm starting to put the amino acid in. And basically, it just looks like a mousse. And again, you guys, it's not a chemical. And if you've never heard of it, I'm shocked, because it's been around for many years. A long time. So you want to start at the roots. I start at the roots with the application, comb it out to the ends. And what it does, it's great for anti-reversion. It's great for hair that's really tangly. It helps with your hair. Your hair will dry faster. I mean, it's excellent. It lasts about 3 to 4 months. I'm going to put some tips and pointers on here in a second that you're going to see pop up. But now I'm just adding it in. I'm doing the application. I'm putting it in. So she has so much hair that I'm sectioning it off. And I'm making sure I saturate her hair very well with this product. There's a few professional lines that make the amino acid. And to my knowledge, you have to be a licensed hairstylist to get this product. You have to understand that, especially in the state of Georgia that I'm in, that I reside in and I work in, I actually work in Swanee, Georgia, which is a northern suburb of Atlanta. And in Georgia, they don't require a license to do a lot of things. So if you're looking for a licensed hairstyle, you got to make sure you do your due diligence and you vet. And you guys don't forget I'm doing an Instagram live, so that's why you see me talking into the phone at some points. So I'm continuing just to work my way up her head. Her ends are very bad, like they're very, very bad. When I was trying to blow dry her hair, the blow dryer was getting stuck and would not go through the ends of the hair. And that's how you can tell when you need a trim, because the ends of your hair, the comb, the blow dry brush, or whatever the case may be, it won't even go through the ends. So as you saw flashing right there, this is a chemical-free treatment. It's safe for kids. As you saw that just flash up. Like, this is safe for little kids. You can put it in kids' hair. So if you have a kid, a child that has very coarse, very thick hair, and it's flashing right now up here, that it lasts up to 4 months. This treatment will last up to 4 months. It's chemical free. It's safe for kids. And you see flashing up now, you must use sulfate-free shampoo. And sulfate-free shampoo, when you're using that helps for you not to strip the product out. If you use a regular shampoo and not a sulfate-free shampoo, then you will be stripping the amino out of your hair. So it won't last. And as you see just flashed up, I recommend a trim every 4 months. People usually don't do that, and then their hair become damaged. So trimming it every 4 months. And the best way to trim your hair to get a precise trim is to get a press. You know, some naturalistas don't want to press their hair. But even if you get a soft press, which means it doesn't have to be bone straight. But if you think about it, you know, if your hair is curly, kinky, and in its natural state, it makes it a little bit more of a challenge to give you a precise trim. If the hair is straight, then it's easier. Even in this state that you see her hair in right now, where it's blown out, it's easier to give a precise trim like this. So, with a soft press, a hard blow dry. So now I'm blow drying her hair. And again, her ends are very bad. She's way overdue for a trim. Now, just another tip. Whenever I blow dry natural hair, I use a blow dry with a comb attachment first, because what that does is less stress on your hair. It don't pull your hair out. It's easier to get the roots. But once I get it pretty straight, like what you guys just saw, once I get it that straight with like a comb attachment, then I use my regular blow dryer, which is what you see me using now. Earlier you saw me using a black blow dryer because it has a comb attachment. And that's less stress on the hair when you use that comb attachment. You guys, thank you for watching my channel. You guys are so great. You have grown my channel. I'm continuing to put the content out here. Whenever you comment, you know, that's how I know, you know, whatever you want to see on my channel. I've been having a lot of great comments, mainly compliments. So that's been a blessing, but I would love to see more comments on you know, what you guys would like to see on my channel. What you want me to put on my channel. I'm about to put some content on here for entrepreneurs, for business owners, for hairstylists, for salon suite owners, for storefront salon owners. I had a storefront for 13 years, and I had commission-based hairstylists. I've also had booth rental hairstylists. I've also had two salon suites and a storefront at the same time. Now I currently have one salon suite. I did have two. I had a team of stylists. I've pretty much done it all, and I came out of cosmetology school in 1981. So you guys, I have a lot of wisdom, years of wisdom and knowledge that I'm willing to share. Because as I am an older person, as I get older, day by day, year by year, I just honestly feel like people don't look for mentorship. People don't look for mentors. People don't inquire. You know, with all the wisdom I had, even the stylists I had working for me, I don't feel like they really tried to glean off me, like gain information or learn. Not to the extent that I feel like they may have. Whenever you're around anybody that's older or has a lot of wisdom or been in the industry a long time or been in a field that you want to be in, I feel like if you should, look for a mentor. When I worked in corporate, which I worked in corporate like 20 years, I'm just saying she needs a trim badly. You saw that flashing up. You should always look for mentors. Because I feel like nowadays young people feel like whatever they need to know, they can find on YouTube. They can ask Siri. They can ask Alexa. I feel like young people feel like they can get information anywhere other than having human communication or human contact or having, mentors. And that's just how I feel. That's just my thoughts. That's what I believe. So I feel like, you can learn from those different avenues, but at the same time, you can't have any dialogue with Siri, Alexa, YouTube, or none of this. So to me, it makes more sense when if you're learning, if you can have some type of dialogue, some type of give and take, like you can ask and the person can answer. You can go back and have a back and forth. You can ask the person, okay, this happened to me. What would you suggest? Like, you can't do that with Siri, Alexa, YouTube, or any of those. But you can have that type of dialogue with a person. So I think mentors are great. Take advantage of the people who are around you who care enough and who are willing to share information. Because some people have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of information, but they're not willing to share with anybody. So if you're around somebody and they are willing to share that with you, take advantage, take the opportunity, show the person respect. But in order for people to do that, to ask you to be a mentor, that means they're going to have to give you your props, which basically means they're going to have to pretty much let you know and tell you that they feel like you have more wisdom than them in a certain area, that you know more about it than them. And so are people really willing to do that nowadays? Are people really willing to give you your props and your just due? Like, I don't know if people are really willing to do that anymore. I'm hoping there's some people out here who are, that's humble enough to say, okay, girl, you know more about this than me, so I would love for you to mentor me. Now, when I worked in corporate at Equifax, the director of human resources, she came and spoke to our entire group department one time. And after that, I was so impressed with her that I asked her, would she be my mentor? And she said, yeah. So just whenever you're impressed by somebody, you're inspired by them, it's always good to have a mentor, in my opinion. I don't think people do that much anymore, but I think human contact is excellent. Human interaction, human communications, finding somebody that you respect, especially in this service industry, in this hair industry. Like, I'm about to put several playlists on here about entrepreneurship, salon ownership. My salon lease expired March, or actually February of 2020, a month before COVID. And I just been marinating on a lot of things, and I'm the type of person who likes helping people anyway and love nurturing people. Well, you guys, I didn't get the video actually messed up and stopped recording, so you guys couldn't see the silk out part, but you saw the rest. Thanks for watching.